Hiking boots are supposed to be your trail companions. Yet why do they sometimes feel like the enemy? From soggy socks to aching arches, today we are tackling the 10 biggest hiking boot problems that frustrate hikers and how to fix them. Do remember that links to all products mentioned in the video are in the description. Problem number 1, blisters and hotspots. So you hit the trail and within an hour you feel that dreaded hotspot on your heel or toes. And by the end of the hike, well, blister city. Blisters are the most common foot complaint on the trail, and they can turn an epic hike into absolute misery. Hikers often describe blisters as burning pain or bubble wrap on their feet. Not exactly the happy hiking vibe you signed up for. And what's the culprit? It's usually friction and moisture. Your boots might be rubbing because they don't quite fit right, or your cotton socks, are soaking up sweat and turning your feet into blister cities. When your foot slides or rubs in the boot, that repeated friction is literally tearing the upper layer of your skin. And that's when a blister happens. It's a real pain, and beginners and even experienced hikers have experienced this all too often. Blisters often strike on the heels, sides of the feet, or toes, where boots tend to rub. And once you have a blister, every step is agony. No wonder so many hikers carry duct tape or moleskin as a badge of honor. It's practically the I survived my boots club. But what's the solution? To keep friction low and comfort high. First, ensure a proper fit. A boot that's too loose causes rubbing, too tight causes pinching. To prevent blisters, eliminate the two main ingredients, moisture and movement. Moisture, ditch the cotton socks and go for moisture wicking wool or synthetic hiking socks. Think Darn Tough or Smartwool. These will keep your feet drier and reduce blister causing friction. Many savvy hikers use a thin liner sock under a thicker sock to further reduce friction on the skin. And remember, sweaty feet can cause blisters just as much as external water. In fact, your feet often get wetter from trapped sweat than from rain or stream crossings. So air out your feet on breaks and change into fresh socks if they get wet. Next, movement. Stop that rubbing before it starts. If you feel a hot spot, pause immediately and take action. Apply moleskin, a blister pad, or even duct tape over the area to create a smooth surface. This is like putting oil on a squeaky hinge. Also consider adjusting your lacing to lock your heel down. Many blisters form on the heel from slipping or on toes from sliding forward. A properly laced boot prevents that foot slide. Finally, break in your boots. And don't tackle that 10-mile hike in brand new stiff boots. That's literally like asking for blisters. Some hikers also apply a foot lubricant or powder before hiking. Products like Body Glide or Gold Bond powder that cut friction. And if despite all this you still get the occasional blister, don't fret. Treat it, bandage it, and know you are going to be fine. With the right precautions, you'll soon leave this terrible blister problem behind and hike on in comfort. Problem number 2, sizing and fit confusion. What's the problem? Why do none of these boots fit my weird feet? If you ever felt weird trying on hiking boots, one's too tight, the next one's too loose, none of them are just right, you're not alone. Sizing and fit issues are a huge headache for boot buyers. Maybe your regular shoe size suddenly feels like a torture device in a hiking boot, or you discover one brand size 9 is another brand size 10. Even width and show tape vary wildly by brand. Some boots squeeze your forefoot, others feel like boats. A poor fit can cause everything from black toenails, that happens when toes hit the front on descents, to numbness or pinched nerves. Real world buyer pain points sound like my toes were smashed on downhill hikes, or my heel slips no matter how tight I tie it, or the arch hits my foot all wrong. Hiking boots can have a more rigid structure than everyday shoes, so any little mismatch in shape is amplified over the miles. The result? Pain, blisters, and unhappy hikes. No wonder many hikers rant that finding the perfect hiking boot is as challenging as finding a soulmate. It's all about that elusive match with your foot shape. So what's the solution? Basically, fit is king, or queen. Solving boot fit issues starts before you even hit the trail. At the fitting stage, here are the keys to getting a perfect fit for your hiking boots. Measure and try on properly. Feet swell during the day and during hikes, so always try boots on at the end of the day when your feet are a little swollen and with the thickest hiking socks you plan to use. Around 8 o'clock is good. This way you won't buy boots that end up too tight on the trail. Length and toe room. You want about a finger's width, roughly 1/3 to half an inch, of space in front of your longest toe when you are standing in the boot. This prevents your toes from ramming the front on downhill walks. A quick test, pull the insole out of the boot and stand on it. Your entire foot should fit within the insole shape. No toes or wide parts spilling over the sides. And there should be a little bit of extra length at the toes. If your toes go right to the end of the insole or curl up, the boots are too short. If there's an excessive gap, more than half an inch, it's too long. Width and volume. Feet come in all shapes, narrow, wide, high in step, low volume, and different brands cater to different shapes. If you have wide feet or bunions, consider brands known for roomy fits, like Keen. The Targhee series, for example, is famed for its wide toe box. Or Altra, their foot-shaped toe area is a wide foot person's dream. One avid hiker raves about the Keen Targhee. The wide toe box is great for my feet. The arch support is awesome and the ankle support is awesome, even on uneven terrain. On the other hand, if you have narrow feet or low volume feet, brands like Sportiva or Scarpa might hug you better. Don't be afraid to try wide or narrow versions if the standard size isn't quite right. Just know that many boots offer width options. Next, lock in the heel. Free the toes. A good fit means your heel is snug, no slipping up and down when you walk, but your toes aren't squished. When laced, you should be able to wriggle your toes freely. No part of the boot should press painfully. Some slight pressure is okay, but pain or numbness, absolutely not. Remember, boots and shoes should feel comfortable right away with no hot spots or pinching. As one expert puts it, boots and shoes should be comfortable out of the box with no issues such as slippage, hot spots, pinching, rubbing, or pressure. If it feels bad now, it's not going to magically feel good after 50 miles of hiking. Personal fit over hype. It's tempting to buy whatever boot is trending or best rated, but the number one rule is never buy for looks or hype. Buy for fit. A top tier boot that doesn't match your foot will be a top tier torture. It's highly personal. One person's dream boot is another's blister factory. Be ready to try on multiple brands and models. Walk around the store, up and down the little ramp if they have one. Do mini lunges or jog in place, anything to simulate real hiking and real movement. Here's a pro tip. If you're buying at a reputable outdoor retailer, ask for a boot fitting and don't rush the process. It's worth the time. Some stores have generous return policy. For example, REI's return policy lets members return boots even after some use. That means you can take them home, wear them indoors for a few days to double check the fit. Pull out the insoles and stand on them to check sizing as mentioned. The bottom line, a great fit will hug your foot securely without any single spot rubbing or pressing painfully. When you make sure of that, your feet will thank you for many, many hikes to come. That's it for the first part of this video. Watch out for part 2 where we will tell you of this next set of the biggest problems with hiking shoes. You will see a link at the top of the screen now if it has been published. Do like, share and subscribe to Up on Top for more videos like this one. Also do share your thoughts in the comments section below.